What kind? I know he's gonna wild out and he's gonna do something crazy. Everybody wants to know what I would do if I didn't win. I guess we'll never know.
I just want to make one thing clear at the beginning of this video. This is in no way, shape, or form supporting Kanye West. And this is not like a super deep dive on Kanye's cultural impact and everything. If you want that, head over to FD Signifier's video. You type in FD Signifier. He has like a million videos about Kanye. Really great creator. And he actually inspired me to make this video. I really just wanted to sit down and talk about Kanye because Kanye, or Ye, he changed his name. He was, to put it short and blunt, he was my hero growing up. And obviously seeing such a fall from where he was, you know, it's honestly been tough. I'm not gonna lie. So for those that don't know, I was born in 1998, so that makes me 26 years old at the recording of this video. And I grew up in an era where, obviously, you know, on TV, I always saw Kanye's antics.
Where just like that, when someone comes up and says something like, I am a god, everybody says, who does he think he is? I just told you who I thought I was, a god. I just told you. That's who I think I am.
I wasn't really, you know, I guess like locked in the game or nothing during that, you know, Kanye verse 50, you know, sales thing with graduation and all that. I was busy being a kid, you know, I'm running around, you know, doing whatever, laughing, all that other crap. The thing that attracted me to Kanye, that sounds crazy, but the thing that inspired me from Kanye was his like confidence and bravado. Like, he was like uniquely him, and he wasn't afraid of nobody or nothing. He was always going to do, you know, whatever he needed to do to get his message out to the world and everything. And that just really, you know, I guess like resonated with me as a kid. And it's honestly still to this day. Obviously the music was good too, you know, that helps. But that was like my main thing of why I like pretty much idolized him. Like, in my mind, you know, Kanye could do no wrong. Like, I also, you know, wasn't really like tuned in with the whole Taylor thing. I mean, you know what I'm talking about, bro. Like, come on. Like, we're not gonna like sit here and pretend, you know, you don't know about Taylor Swift incident and all that. You know, like, even on my first iPod, my first song was Jesus Walks. That was the first thing I wanted. I said, Dad, I want Kanye on there. And put it on there. So, you know, it was just pretty short. He was my hero. And seeing the impact that he had, people respected him. Everywhere he went, you know, he was a superstar. He did things. He was the first to do so many things, and he did them flagrantly. Like, you know, I remember seeing the stage for the first time, that stage concert, and it was just so awesome, man. It was just so awesome, and it just made me, you know, want to reach higher highs and forge my own path, all that, you know, corny bullshit. But I remember specifically around like high school for me. So like I said, I was 26, or I'm 26, and high school for me in 2016, which was when Pablo dropped, I believe. Yeah, obviously in my high school 2016, I was 16, 17 years old. Like, that was such a big, important era, man. It was, you know, I think of high school, I think of Pablo, I think of, you know, the Kid Cudi, Travis Scott all dancing together in Madison Square Garden. I think Little Yachty standing up there, not moving, sweating, you know, like trying not to move and all that, man. So, you know, especially that summer, it was a beautiful thing, man. And truthfully, honestly, that moment, it solidified me as, like, you know, like Kanye #1. You look at my Spotify, it's just Kanye. It's just everywhere, man. But after Pablo, we had Ye, so after Pablo, obviously, like 2018, we had Ye, and that was me during college. I was working at Six Flags. I used to work at the Six Flags up in New Jersey. And I remember when that came out, me and all my friends were so excited, bro. And I remember just driving down the highway, just listening to that. And when Ghost Town hit me, bro, the soul nearly left my body, man. And then also Kids Eat Ghost came out recently around that time too, you know. But I'm not trying to, I'm getting too much into reminiscing and all that. But what I'm trying to say is, man, when I guess we'll say modern Kanye came out around, and he truly became like a brain broken individual, to say the least, with the whole, supporting Nazis and saying, Hitler and all this other stuff, man. Well, even before then, to be honest with you, when he came out in support of Trump, that was, I'm a kid, bro. So I'm in my teenage years, and I'm not really like, I don't know too much about politics. I don't know too much about Trump, etc., bro. And I wasn't like supportive or anything like that, but I was just like, I just didn't know. And so to see you support Trump, and see like my hero endorse this guy, I'm like, okay, like he might be alright, little did I know, figure out later that, I don't really stand with a lot of what, Trump stands with and all that, but that's another conversation. But when I realized that fact, I was like, oh, okay, that was like the first fracture for me in like, the idol like statue that, I was looking up to. And then obviously came, Nazi and Hitler stuff, and the true moment when I realized that, my hero was like gone, bro, was the moment of him going on Alex Jones and saying like, I love Hitler. When I saw that clip, bro, it sounds corny. It really do sound corny as hell, but like, y'all don't understand for real. Like, this guy was my hero, like dead ass. Like, I looked up to him for like everything, bro. Like, I damn near cried. I think I did cry. Shit, nigga, I'm getting emotional right now. Think about it, bro. but yeah, man, it hit so hard, bro. Because, like I said, I looked up to him for everything, and to see him support someone so vile, it was gross, man. It was absolutely gross. And like, Alex Jones is sitting up there even like trying to like avoid that topic, even though obviously he's like one stone throw away, but like even trying to like avoid that, it's just so gross. And then obviously you see nowadays, he released that HH song. He's just non-stop on Twitter. He's gone, bro. He's gone, and he's not coming back. I've accepted that at this point. At this point, like, you know what I'm saying? He's gone, bro. To which, recently, I saw, like, I'm a headline reader, I'll be honest, bro. I'm not clicking on no articles on Twitter, man. But he, like, got submitted to, like, some, like, rehab center in Spain with his wife, Bianca, who, by the way, I still don't get, like, I guess it's, like, a fetish thing, bro, with her walking around naked all the time and shit. But that's some weird ass shit, bro. I'm not really into that. But anyways, yeah, they got submitted to a rehab center, and I assume it's because he had a nitrous addiction, and it was just making him like think all these fucking horrible thoughts and weird things with like Hitler and all this other shit, man. And I don't know. I truly hope, obviously, Kanye gets better, but is there a redemption for him? He said so much foul shit. He's caused so much foul shit too, because when you're someone like of that like significance and you put out such a strong, hateful message to the world, like, people will take that and run with it. Because like, obviously, like, think about it, bro. Like, I was a kid and looking up to him, and I wanted to be just like Kanye, bro. I mean, not saying that there's kids that want to, grow up and be like him nowadays. I don't know if you kind of resonates with the youth. I sound like an old head, bro. The youth like that nowadays and shit, bro. But I mean, maybe Aiden Ross fans, but that's about it. But yeah, I don't know. I think when you have such a powerful voice, you influence so many people, and you misuse that influence. Shout out Kendrick. It's just not a good cocktail, bro, pretty much. All I want to do is make this video, sit down and kind of just talk about who Kanye was to me. Because, I mean, that nigga dead and gone. Oh, he's so fucking for real, bro. But yeah, that's pretty much it. This is my first video. If you like the topic that I talked about, or you just want to hear more of my thoughts, all the other stuff, bro, like, subscribe, all that jazz, bro. stay tuned in. I'll release more videos. I'm trying to just talk, just get my things out. It's kind of like, I don't know, treating it like I'm definitely treating it like a project. Obviously, I want to do well, but I don't have like all the high hopes for it and stuff like that. I'm just kind of using this as like a personal journal. Kind of just talk about, whatever I want to talk about, pretty much, whether it's current, whether it's past, whatever. If I want to talk about it, I'm gonna talk about it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. This has been Rex House TV, otherwise known as Rex. Like I said, like, subscribe if you're still listening, or if you fell asleep to this and you wake up to this, because I fall asleep to these videos all the time. Yeah, other than that, have a good one. Peace.